Hi, I'm Harry Forbes here at the 2019 ARC Advisory Group Forum in Orlando. My guest today is Peter Zornio. Peter is the Chief Technology Officer for Emerson Automation Solutions. Peter, welcome to the forum. It's nice to be with you.
Yeah, hi Harry, great to be here again.
Well, we've had a lot of talk this week about digital transformation for operations and industrial IoT for operations, and you've focused a lot in Emerson on executing projects and transforming project execution and design. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I think what we saw happen in our industry was as we ran into a little bit of a downturn there after 2015 or so, a lot of the attention rightfully turned to everybody looking at how they improved their operation performance because they weren't really doing big capital projects anymore. But what we've seen happen now is as big capital projects are starting to come back in chemicals and LNG, in life sciences and other industries like that, a lot of the technologies we developed to kind of digitally transform projects have come to the forefront in a strategy that we call project certainty. So this includes things like staging in the entire software for a project in a private cloud that we have, and allowing people to do work all across the globe, either end users or EPCs, on the virtual automation system that's sitting there in the cloud, all the way through to doing actual virtual checkout, so you avoid a lot of time and travel expense that we used to do of the traditional method. Some of the technologies we've added to our automation system, like our electronic marshaling, so that enables them to flexibly accommodate last-minute changes. And then we actually introduced a whole new technology in Delta V version 14 that we call smart commissioning, where when you go out in the field, it used to be a long process, manual process, to check out the connection of all the instrumentation and valves with the control system. Now that all happens automatically. Literally, the control system interrogates the intelligent devices, finds the tag, binds them to the control system, and even runs a test and generates a loop sheet all in one shot. So we've done a lot of digital transformation in the projects area, and that's coming now to be an important thing as people are doing projects again.
Well, moving to the operate and maintain phase, when you get into that phase, the key aspect is reliability in terms of avoiding unplanned downtime, and that's true of regardless whether it's a plant or a distributed asset. What are you doing now to enhance that aspect of the O&M cycle? What are your direction?
Yeah, we definitely see that reliability, the reduction of maintenance costs, or the improvement of availability are kind of the biggest drivers that customers are pursuing in their operational digital transformation. It spans across all the industries. Everyone cares about it, maybe for different reasons, but in the end, they all care. So we have a set of applications that we call them kind of known solutions to known problems in the reliability space for specific asset classes, where instead of getting an analytics package and kind of figuring it out on your own, these are models that we already know and have built for things like pumps and heat exchangers and fin fans that customers can pick up and just apply. We've invested quite a bit in specialized sensors also for data around reliability. So wireless vibration, wireless non-penetrating temperature for things like bearing temperatures. So we have a sensor portfolio that feeds into those applications.
And you've certainly leveraged wireless, I would say, to the maximum degree possible in your businesses.
Yeah, we have. We've seen great growth in that portfolio. I mean, we introduced that about 10 years ago. I think we definitely have the biggest portfolio of our competition. And we've also made a big focus on having wireless devices for things like reliability, energy consumption, things other than just process control.
Absolutely agree.
The last thing I'd like to mention is we also are working on kind of an overall platform for pulling all the reliability data together that we call Plant Web Optics. As we looked at the reliability space, you see a lot of disparate applications, like one piece of software for taking care of instrument and valves, another piece of software for corrosion data, another piece of software for electrical, another piece of software for IR. And there was nowhere that all came together in an integrated platform the way production data does. People have, for many years, brought their production data together, But I always say, where do you walk into the control room or the maintenance shop and see the big dashboard with all the high-level KPIs on the reliability and where the assets are closest or the highest risk for failure and where the activity should take place? Doesn't really exist. So we're going to build that platform and are in the process of doing so with Plant Web Optics.
That makes a lot of sense. It's really true that you don't see that dashboard in plants. We've had a lot of discussion, Peter, about the edge, if you will, though there's different perspectives on that and what it means may depend on who you're asking. Is Emerson doing anything about the edge? And if so, what?
Yeah.
What's the direction there?
The edge is, to me, it's interesting because it's one of those terms, because in automation, it's like, well, that's where we've always been doing. Did our control and our data access and everything was down where the data was generated is where we collected it and processed it as much as we can. So of course, in the automation space, we continue to make all the same kinds of devices we did that operate at the edge. But we've also introduced a whole set of applications that we call inside applications that are designed to run hand in hand with our wireless sensor data right there next to kind of the wireless gateway in a deployed device that would be sitting there next to the wireless gateway. And in fact, we expect to migrate those into the wireless gateway itself. So the wireless gateway becomes a classic IoT kind of edge computing device where it has the signals coming in as well as running these applications for a fixed set of asset classes like the ones I mentioned earlier, and then spits out results directly as web pages. So again, trying to make analytics easy when we know the models already, instead of just providing a lot of tools, actually giving you pre-built applications with models already built inside of them.
So that people get the insights directly from your platform.
Hence the name Insights. There you are.
You caught me there.
You got it. No, I'm glad. See, it worked.
Okay. Well, Peter, thanks very much for being with us. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Great talking to you too, Harry.
My guest has been Peter Zornio, CTO of Emerson Automation Solutions. Thank you for watching.